Hey guys, so I'm in my kitchen right now, and I think you know what that means. I am gonna be baking. Yay! um, I'm gonna be baking because I said I wanted to make a baking video. Except when I said that, I also said I would be making cinnamon rolls, and I'm not making cinnamon rolls today because I don't want to. I'm gonna be making brownies from scratch, because why not, right? I'm also like really dehydrated, so love this. Yeah, we're gonna be making brownies. I also apologize for the really weird camera angles, because my kitchen's really small. Like this is about it. I have almost zero counter space. This is about it. So I apologize for that in advance. But let's get on to it. Okay, so step one of almost all baking is to preheat your oven. I just did that. I set it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 175 degrees Celsius. And I need to grease a brownie pan. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna take you with me because my pans are down here in this little cabinet. Oh my god, is this one right here? Is this gonna be so easy for me? It's so easy for me. Alright. Boop. I also need my greasy stuff. It wants me to grease and flour. I'm just gonna grease. I've never floured for brownies. They don't stick that much. So yeah, and also, when you're greasing something, always do it over the sink, or somewhere near a sink where you can easily clean up excess. And make sure you get the corners. Yeah. I have a greased pan. Oh my god, that was loud. This is gonna be the weirdest video I ever make. So yeah, we're just gonna set you down there again. Alright, step 2. Now that I have a greased pan and a preheated oven. In a large saucepan, melt half a cup of butter. Remove from heat, stir in sugar, eggs, and vanilla. Beat in cocoa, flour, salt, and baking powder. Alright, that's weird. I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna melt some butter in the microwave. Put in the sugar, eggs, and vanilla in here. Then put in the melted butter in here, mix it, and then add in the cocoa, flour, and salt, and baking powder. Because that's a lot easier than getting out a saucepan. Okay. So, I have my butter. This recipe calls for half a cup, which is a stick. So yeah, I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna do it in 10-second intervals because I don't want it to burn. I'm not gonna put it in just like for a minute and hope for the best, because that's not how you do it. So yeah, my microwave's just over here. And while that is cooking, or melting, I don't know, gonna get my sugar. I need 1 cup. I got a cup. There's a lot of sugar, Jesus. Okay. This is so much sugar. That's a full cup of sugar. Amazing. I'm gonna check on my butter. And now I'm using, I need 2 eggs, so I'm gonna get those. Oh my god, look how perfect this is. There are 2 eggs left in the container. It was just meant to be. Like, the world was thinking, Kaylee's gonna make brownies today, and she's gonna need 2 eggs. So that's all we're gonna leave her. It's 2 eggs. I'm gonna put this in the recycling. And I'm gonna check on my butter. Alright. I'm doing 20 seconds now because I'm impatient. And I don't want to wait every 10 seconds. Also, another helpful tip. When you're cracking eggs, don't do it directly into the bowl of ingredients, because God forbid you get shell in there, and now you have to fish through all the ingredients just to find some shell. I always do it in a bowl, and then I plop. And then it's not more easy, but it's like better, is that shell? That is shell. If you crack an egg on a flat surface rather than like a lip, you're less likely to get shell. And then if you ever do get shell, use the actual eggshell to get it out. It is way easier than trying to dig around with your finger, and then you get egg whites all over your finger, and it's gross and nasty, and I hate egg whites. So that's, yep. This is gonna be like so long of a video because it's just gonna be me like standing around. So I apologize. I also need vanilla, but before I'm gonna check on my butter. Ooh, it's almost melted. I'm gonna do 10 more seconds. I'm gonna beat this a little bit. Just to get the eggs combined with the sugar. Yeah, butter. Alright. It's almost completely melted. I didn't bother melting it all the way because heat from the hot butter will just melt the rest. I'm gonna let it cool off for a second before I add it because I don't want to cook my eggs. That's like the last thing I want. And I'm gonna go get my vanilla, which is in here. It's really creaky door. Ooh, never actually realized that until I'm conscious of everything I'm doing now, so. I need 1 teaspoon, which is not enough to get out a teaspoon. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And we're mixing. The thing about vanilla is that it's almost entirely alcohol, so it evaporates really fast. So when you put it into your ingredients, you want to incorporate it quickly. So you don't just like let it sit and then wait until you put in a lot of other ingredients to mix it, because it could evaporate and then you won't have something that tastes the way you want it to. Checking to see on my butter. Yeah, I'm gonna add it slowly just because I really don't want to cook the eggs. And this bowl, this one, my dad made, because my dad's a potter. I don't know if any of you know that, but my dad makes pottery. And he makes almost everything that we eat out of and drink out of. Alright, this is looking nice. Alright, one last stir. And then I need to get my cocoa, my flour, my salt, and my baking powder. Alright, so step 2. It's halfway done. Alright, so after realizing I do in fact have enough flour, let's get on to the second part of this. So I have my cocoa. I need 1/3 of a cup. So, whoop. Got my cup. Okay. Let's see. Because this is such a dry ingredient, I'm gonna just carefully level it. Ooh. Ooh, I'm getting spillage. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Nope. This isn't working. This isn't working. I should have thought about this. Alright, that's fine. Oh my god, I hate cocoa. Cocoa is probably the messiest baking ingredient. It gets everywhere and it's hard to clean up. You can't just like wipe it away with like you do with flour. You have to like wash it off, and that's gross. I'm just mixing this, and like it's so dry. If you get it, like when it puffs up when you start mixing it, and you like breathe because you're a human and you need to breathe, it gets in your like nostrils and in your throat, and it's like, ugh, no, it's gross. So yeah, these are going to be really thick brownies because I haven't even added the flour yet, and these are so thick. Okay then, I'm going to add my baking powder. I need a 1/4 teaspoon, which is just like a pinch. So I'm going to just boop, maybe add a little bit more than that. Boop. Yeah. I also need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, or I just added the baking powder. I need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so that's about a pinch too, so boop. Ooh, my mom texted me. What'd she say? Oh, how was rehearsal? It was good. I had my first graduation rehearsal today. I am, right now, as of today, it might change, but I'm walking with Braylon Jones, the guy who got drafted by the Dodgers in the Major League Baseball. So that's cool. He's really fun. He's a fun person. So we're just like, we're walking, right? And then he's like, all right, so we gotta like hit something. And I was like, Braylon, no. And he's like, no, come on, you just gotta do it once. And he keeps doing it. And so I'm just like, fine. And then I like hit it, and he's like, oh my god, yes, we have to do that at graduation. So now I'm going to embarrass myself in front of everyone at graduation. So that's fun. But if he ever like does become sports famous, I can always be like, hey, remember that time we walked to graduation together and we hit it? Yeah, that's me. I did that. I need half a cup of flour. I will for sure have enough. I'm just gonna gently try to fill it up as best I can. Get my little knife. You know, I'm just gonna add it all. They might be a little thick. No, that's about good. Yeah, that's good. Just gonna put that back there and clean it up later. Now I'm gonna mix it. This is so thick. Oh my gosh, she thick. With like 4 C's. I don't think there's enough liquid in here. There's literally no liquid in here. What? Alright. She's so thick. Like, she doesn't even... She smells real good, though. Like, real good. Yeah, she's real thick. That slow just drop. Okay, this is gonna be fun to get out of here. I'm gonna try it. It's an interesting taste. I want to make sure I got everything. I got the butter, I had the white sugar, I got the eggs, I did the vanilla, cocoa powder, flour, salt, and baking powder. I got everything. It's just like, it doesn't taste great. What? We'll see. I'm going to, it's like really chocolatey. Usually brownies are a little less. I mean, obviously they're supposed to be chocolatey. I'm not stupid. Just like, usually like the boxed ones are a little bit more artificial, so they don't taste as chocolatey, and like obviously I used real cocoa in this. So they're a bit strong. Hence the water, because that's real strong. But I'm gonna get my pan that I greased, and I'm going to attempt to get this into this. Alright, so I got a spatula because, yeah, this is fun. And like boxed, usually when I make brownies, I make them from a box. I don't usually make, brownies are like one of the only things that I don't make from scratch, because like boxed ones are so easy, and a lot of people have allergies, so there are certain box brands that they can have, and like I know for sure that they won't have an allergic reaction to. So those are just like easier when you're making them from for a crowd. Get off the spatula, please. But these are just like for me and my family, so Oh my god. I also use my hands and my fingers a lot when I bake, but I wash my hands, so I feel like it's not that bad. And if anything, these are going into a 350-degree oven. I feel like all germs are gonna, like, that'll kill the bacteria, right? Except I don't know what temperature bacteria is, like, killed. But I assume that if the salmonella in eggs or whatever, or the E. coli in raw flour bakes out, my, like, mouth germs are gonna bake out too, right? Right? I feel like that's common sense. I also have, now I have a spatula and a whisk that I can just enjoy. But I'm actually not going to do the spatula yet. So I'm going to spread this around. These are going to be really thin. Like, these are not going to be tall brownies. It's going to be really short. If I were to bake brownies from scratch again, I probably would not use this recipe. I don't think I'm a fan. It's more like a very dense... It's almost like a bread. I mean, it's not bread, because it's not like one congealed mass. But, it's definitely thicker than a batter. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing now. Just gonna try to get that in there. And now these go in the oven for a long time. 25 to 30 minutes. So, I'll see you in 25 to 30 minutes. Hey Google, stop the timer. Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna check if they're actually done in the middle with a little pokey thing. Yep. Yep, they're done. Are they? Yeah, I think they're done. So, I'm gonna turn off the oven. Tastes like brownies. I'm gonna let them cool off for a second, and then I'm gonna cut them, and then I'm gonna eat them. And I have ice cream in the freezer. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, so I think this is it for my baking vlog. I hope you enjoyed. You probably didn't, because there's a whole lot of nothing happening. But it was fun. So maybe I'll do another one of these. I don't know. I don't know if I'm really cut out for this. But thanks. I'll see y'all later. Bye.